What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. Man, it has been a crazy couple weeks, Christmas and New Year's, just getting through the holidays, and now we're gonna get right back to business. Okay, guys, I'm gonna dive right in. This is gonna be episode 11 of Cryptid Reactions. All right, and let's get right into it. So, I found this series of pictures. I'm gonna say series because there's like four of them of this creature that seems to be kind of hanging on to this rock in a bunch of frothy water. And it's very interesting. Like I said, there's four pictures. I'm going to show them all to you, but the main picture I think is this first one where it's like you can kind of make out the face. It's got long hair. It's got like wet matted fur or hair. You can see the left hand coming up on the right bicep. You can see the right hand on the rock, which is not clinging to the rock, by the way. I wanted to point that out. And then the rest of the pictures, you'll see it kind of like it climbed up on the rock. Maybe it's like laying on the rock. Is it laying there sunning itself after taking a bath? We don't know. Did it drown? I don't know. I tend to doubt that. I think it would take a lot to drown a creature like this. I don't think that's the case here. I think that looks to be some sort of arm, or at least a shadow of an arm coming up out of the water there. I really don't know what we're looking at here, guys. And if you guys are really good at picking these things out from movies that you've seen, if that's the case, then let us know. This guy said that the pictures were sent to him by a friend, and that's all he wanted to say about it. So I don't have a lot of information, but it's if they're real, they're pretty cool pictures. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on they're not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the roar of the water was too high for this creature to realize that anyone was watching it. Snapping pictures this close, they're pretty cool pictures, so I'm gonna let you decide from there. Let's see, what do we got here? This one, we got a nice bright red circle sort of thing around this dark creature. It looks like it's been zoomed in on quite a bit, in a wooded area here. I mean, I can definitely make out a face. My only problem is I think like the cranial ridge that I'm making out is very obviously a long twig. So that, maybe that's it. Maybe the rest of it is actual face, or we're just dealing with some severe pareidolia here. I don't know though. I think I'm gonna lean on real on this. I'm gonna lean legit on this one. I can definitely make out the rest of the face pretty clearly. So, all right, we'll move on from that one. This one's weird to me. Okay, one of two things. You either have a Sasquatch, jeez, a Sasquatch type creature, which could also be a guy in a Sasquatch suit. Okay, sitting on this sort of pile of sticks here, or it's an optical illusion where you have a rock and there's like trees fell around it, like old dead trees. Maybe somebody's like piled them up beside the rock, maybe like for firewood or something. I don't know. It kind of looks like a rock to me. I gotta be honest with you. There's, I don't know, weird variations of fur length, and it's not really shaped like a Sasquatch necessarily. I'm gonna say rock. This is a fuzzy little cow, not a Sasquatch, but so cute. Alright, so this picture here is cool. At first I didn't think too much of it, but I started doing a little digging on this. So this is December 29th, 2022, so literally just like a few days ago. You can kind of see what looks like long hair kind of coming down onto a right bicep, or I'm sorry, a right shoulder, leading into the bicep, leading into the forearm, almost like it's reaching up but not showing itself on camera because they're just too smart for that. But if you look at the bed of this truck, it's lifted on these large tires. I'm telling you something, I deal with these kind of trucks every day, and the top of the bed of that truck is at least 5 foot tall. So if you compare that to the tree behind the creature, you'll find the 5 foot mark, and you'll find that the head of this thing is probably, 7.5, maybe even 8 foot tall. So this is big, whatever it is. It doesn't look like a bear to me. It's certainly not like a boar. The camera is way too far off the ground for that. I think this guy has something. I think he has a catch here. It's a pretty cool picture. So you guys tell me what you think. Okay. This picture here is from, what was his name? Mark Landry. I believe it is Mid-South Sasquatch on YouTube. So please go check out his YouTube, Mid-South Sasquatch. This, it's indicative of these tree creatures, if you want to call them Sasquatch, Bigfoot, tree people. I hear them called everything. Does this look like a typical Sasquatch? Not really, although I think it could totally pass as a juvenile. But when you zoom in on it, I mean, you could see a hairline where the hair and the face differentiate. Eyes, nose, mouth. I mean, it's very clear that this guy had something watching him as he was out in the woods. Okay. And although this looks like a screenshot from one of his videos, I have not seen this video. I would be curious to ask, what exactly is the green light going on up in the top left corner there? I don't know. This doesn't look like a swamp. I don't think it's swamp gas. Could be some sort of optical illusion from the camera. I'm not sure, but still very cool. This is one of those situations where I think he was filming and didn't know something was watching him, and then caught it in the film editing, which happens all the time. So you don't know that they're there until later on we see it, so. But if Mark is listening and has any input, feel free to fill us in there. Here's another one from Eric. This guy has great catches all the time. He's very in tune to whatever's going on around him. Yes, the camera is blurry, which a lot of times they are, but I mean, I can see to the right of the center there, there's definitely a creature sort of peeking through this brush. So that's a good catch for Eric. Okay, so I am not too big to admit when I was wrong. This picture I originally deemed was probably some sort of cat. So some people out there said, hey, J Mac, you got to look at the joints on this thing. It's not a cat. All right, so I went and found this picture of this cat. I don't even know where I got this picture, honestly. It's creepy. But I got this picture of a cat so we could look at the leg joints. And indeed, I feel that based on the joints alone, this would not be a cat. And again, I think I pointed out last time, I think it's strange that the wrists are sort of bound. So, yeah. That doesn't leave you with a lot of options. If it's not a cat, then it's some sort of small primate. This picture is weird to me. You have this sort of large primate that's kind of hanging onto a tree, and it looks like he's in maybe like mid jump or mid step. I mean, he's big. And then you have this other arm coming out of the tree, which just doesn't make any sense. I mean, okay, so maybe it's kind of an optical illusion. Maybe there's a second primate behind the tree, sideways in a way that we can't see it. All we can see is the arm coming out. I suppose that's possible, albeit a little strange. I would buy that. So what's really weird about this picture are the trees. They are obviously not in any sort of jungle. These are not like baboons in the forest, you know, of South America or the Congo or anything like that. I mean, these are just, they look like pine trees from like Georgia or something, you know. So the only thing that throws me off a little bit is his foot. Kind of looks like he's wearing a shoe. I could be wrong about that, though. It could be the foliage from the other trees just sort of, again, creating an illusion on that foot. I don't know. This is a strange picture to me. If this is real, I mean, this is a serious catch. This is Bigfoot in treetop, which is very rare to see. So I'm not sure there, guys. Okay, this one here, I think when you look at it zoomed in, you go, oh, okay, this is plausible, you know, this is a creature and it's in the woods and you know, it's blah blah blah, right? And it looks legit. Well, when you look at the unzoomed version, which is here, and then you slowly zoom in to a point where you're not over pixelated, I think that we can see that this is probably some sort of cutout, like a plywood cutout. And, you know, it's possible that I'm wrong here, but I wouldn't jump to plausible on this one quite so quickly. Okay, this picture, you know, this is a still shot, obviously, from the video, the Ontario boater video. Just came out this year, or you know, last year, if you want to get technical about it, I guess. But great video, surrounded by controversy, as all great videos are. But it really is great footage, and this was one of the best shots that I personally could get coming out of that video. Is the Sasquatch rounding this corner and going back into the thicket. Just a really hulking kind of creature. Full hair, you know, kind of walks like Patty. It's just a great video, and if you haven't seen it, it is on our channel, so please go check it out. Oh, let's see, we got a peeker here. He's bent down and he's peeking from behind the tree. You know, I don't know what to say here. Either his suit's a little baggy or he's just sort of like a kind of a thick Bigfoot type creature, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Provo Canyon Bigfoot, but I have no context for this picture as far as where it was taken, anything. It's just, here's a picture of a Bigfoot, don't ask me any questions, you know. So that's what we got to go with. But I don't know, plausible. I posted this one on the community page a couple days ago. It's coming back as either Mothman, or I think there was a movie, I don't remember the name of the movie right now, Darkness something or whatever, but anyway, I believe that we decided that it was definitely from a movie and it is not real. Cool picture though. Okay, this one, again, no context here. This one is very easy to dismiss because you look and you go, oh, there's nothing there. If you zoom in just a little bit, okay, about halfway, 50%, right in the center of the picture, you will see a very, very convincing face. Dark skin, dark hair, beard, mustache, just sort of hunkered down behind the trees there. Now, does that make it a Bigfoot? No. But if it's not a Bigfoot, it's very odd behavior. It's very obviously not, it's not human. I think if you saw this guy walking down the street, you're like, whoa, you know, but it's very interesting. I don't know. I'd be interested to see people's takes on that. Okay, so here we go again with the Dogman pictures. So this is the latest in terrible dogman photos. Supposed to be a female dogman right in the middle there, actually kind of middle high, surrounded by her pups, all named Pareidolia. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light. Maybe it's real, but it just, again, no one can seem to come up with any convincing dogman evidence ever. Ever. It just, there is none. There's just, some stories and a couple blurry, distorted ass pictures, and they're terrible. So that's just another example. So moving on. I think we all know this one. This is a screenshot from the Russian Yeti that was chasing down that car. And don't get it mistaken. There's at least two that fit that description. One was in the Colorado Rockies of a Bigfoot that they claimed that they hit, and then they went to go back up, and they have a backwards camera, what for the car does. So they were filming the backwards camera. Well, this creature jumped up, started running after them, and then they took off, and that was the end of the footage because they were no longer going in reverse. That's not this video. This video, this creature, for whatever reason, is running through a field after this car. So it's a pretty compelling video, and this is just a screenshot from it. Okay. Look, I'm not falling into this trap again. One of my largest faux pas was using the pumpkin head creature as a cryptid photo, and I legitimately had never seen the movie. I had no clue what it was, and I got schooled on that one about and I think this is very obviously some sort of movie. I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to start, like what movie, but it looks like some sort of creepy sort of Mothman, and I know that there was no good photos like this taken of Mothman. So I'm gonna go movie, and I'm gonna let you guys tell me which movie it was, because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I remember when this one hit the internet a while back. This is the creature that was crossing the railroad track, and I don't think there was a video that accompanied it. It was just this photo. So what is it? Your guess is as good as mine. It looks tall enough to be a Bigfoot from this distance, but I mean, there's absolutely no way you can rule out a hoax based on this photo alone. So we'll have to stay in the middle of the road on that one. Well, guess what, guys? That's the end of the photos. We reached them all. As always, I want to thank you guys so much for being, viewers, listeners, joining us on Bigfoot Input Live every other Friday night, which is very cool. I will announce them as they come up, so there won't be one this Friday, but there will be one the following Friday. We start about 8:30 at night EST, and we go on for an hour and a half. We talk about all the things that are weighing on our mind as far as cryptid related or paranormal. Doesn't matter. We get into everything. And we thank you guys for joining us. So please feel free to stop by every other Friday for that. Again, we appreciate all the support on Patreon. If you're interested in supporting the channel and getting a little extra content that has to do with cryptid corpses and things like that, you can join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Bigfoot Input. And we are steamrolling towards 5,000 subs. That's incredible. We're very excited about that. And as for now, guys, this is J-Mac. I'm out. Keep squatching.